Good afternoon, everyone. The new school year is just days away, and that means a lot of changes for teachers, parents, and students.
Yeah, and in one Heartland school district, it marks a big change in leadership. Blake Showalter's live in the studio to tell us more. Blake?
Jeff and Kathy, the Cape Girardeau School District is getting a new superintendent, but not right away. Instead, the district announced a familiar name will take over 1 year from now. Dr. Bryce Beck will take over the role of superintendent starting in August of 2027. Beck will take over for Dr. Howard Benyon, who will serve one more school year before leaving Cape. Benyon tells me he plans to personally mentor his successor and prepare him for the challenges ahead.
Our state is underfunding our districts throughout the state, so it's important that he is walking beside me as we look at our finances and how to navigate being short funded.
Dr. Beck says after 10 years at Cape Schools, he's honored to be chosen for the new role, and he's already thinking about how he'll keep district employees happy.
There's a lot of talk about money being allocated to private charter schools, things like that, that's not coming to our budgets. And even though that's happening as a district, you still have to take care of your staff and have competitive wages and benefits and things like that. So I think having those conversations around some of those potential challenges and coming up with good ideas about how to keep compensating at a high level.
While the outgoing superintendent spends this school year mentoring his replacement, Dr. Beck will begin taking the lead on important projects in the district. That includes the district's continuous improvement plan, which focuses on improvements to education and the school environment. Live in the studio, Blake Showalter, Heartland News.